Welcome to our 2025 NCAA Tournament predictions. It's win or go home time, baby. The big dance is right around the corner, and you know what that means? Bracketology. Listen, the landscape of college basketball is shifting like quicksand right now. Conference tournaments are wrapping up, and we've got upsets, surprises, and some downright head-scratching results. But fear not, because we're here to break it all down. As conference tournaments change the outlook, let's dive into our latest bracketology projections. We're talking about who's in, who's on the bubble, and who's going home to watch the tournament from their couch in their pajamas. So buckle up, because we're about to dissect this thing like a Duke anatomy class. Alright, let's talk ACC tournament. We all know the ACC is a breeding ground for basketball royalty, but this year, folks, it's a dogfight. You got Duke, always a threat, but they're looking a little shaky. Then you got North Carolina, they're hungry, trying to recapture that Tar Heel magic. Don't sleep on Virginia either, with their suffocating defense. They could be a real problem for somebody. But here's the kicker. The ACC tournament just threw a wrench into everything. We saw upsets, we saw Cinderella stories, and we saw some teams completely collapse under pressure. And you know what that means? Brackets busted. Now let's shift gears and talk about the Big Ten. This conference is a beast, year in and year out, and this year is no different. You got Michigan State, always a contender under Tom Izzo. They're tough, they're disciplined, and they know how to win. Then there's Purdue. With their size and their shooting, they can beat you in so many ways. And don't forget about Illinois. They've got the talent, they've got the coaching, and they're hungry for a deep tournament run. But here's the thing about the Big Ten, anybody can beat anybody on any given night. So, while these teams are our favorites, don't be surprised if we see some upsets and some surprises along the way. That's what makes this tournament so great. Now let's talk about those Cinderella teams, those mid-majors that capture our hearts and bust our brackets. Everybody loves a Cinderella story, right? This year, keep an eye on the Loyola Chicago Ramblers. They've got that Sister Jean magic, and they're playing with a chip on their shoulder. Don't count out the Colgate Raiders either. They can flat out score the basketball, and they're not afraid of anybody. And you know I gotta mention the Oral Roberts Golden Eagles. They made a run to the Sweet 16 a couple years ago, and they're back with a vengeance. These Cinderella teams, they're dangerous, man. They're playing with nothing to lose, and that makes them a threat to any team in the tournament. Now let's talk about the Pac-12. They've had a bit of a down year, let's be honest. But hey, this is March Madness. Anything can happen. You got UCLA, they've got a storied history, and they're always capable of making a run. Oregon's got some talent too. They could surprise some folks. And don't sleep on USC. They've got a veteran team that knows how to win. Listen, the Pac-12 might not be the powerhouse it once was, but they've got some teams that can play. They gotta bring their A-game if they want to make some noise in this tournament, though. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, who's going to be the overall #1 seed? Who's got the best shot at cutting down the nets in Houston? Based on everything we've seen, I'm giving the nod to the Gonzaga Bulldogs. They've been the most consistent team all year long. They've got a high-powered offense, and they've got a coach in Mark Few who knows how to win championships. But listen, it's not going to be a cakewalk. They're going to face some tough competition along the way. I'm talking about teams like Baylor, Kansas, and Alabama. These teams are loaded with talent, and they're going to be gunning for Gonzaga. This is March Madness, baby. Anything can happen. We're going to see upsets, we're going to see buzzer beaters, and we're going to see some incredible basketball. Thanks for tuning in to our 2025 NCAA Tournament predictions. We've covered the ACC, the Big Ten, the Cinderella teams, the Pac-12, and the overall #1 seed. But this is just the beginning, folks. The madness is about to begin, and we can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Who will rise to the occasion? Who will crumble under pressure? And who will be crowned national champions? Stay with us for more updates as the tournament unfolds. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know who you got winning it all.